Hey everybody, it's Mike coming to you from Vaught RV here in Fort Worth, Texas. We have 2023 models rolling onto the lot, and I'm excited to show you this unit in particular. This is a couples camper that features both a dinette and a sofa in the slide. We're in a Jay Flight floor plan here, and this is the 263 RBS. That's rear bath with a slide. 30 feet long, about 6,200 pounds, so it's not a huge trailer, but it's really huge on floor space, living space on the inside, and I think you'll enjoy it. So, can't wait to show it off. Let's get started. Okay, one of the reasons a lot of people come out here and look at so many different units is to try to decipher what unit is best for them. We're doing a lot of videos to bring you to help you with that process. Again, this unit has both a dinette and a sofa in the slide. So as we walk around it, think about how you would be using it and what's most important to you. I'll point out some changes in 2023 as we go around. One's really obvious right here. This is 0.04 thickness metal in front as opposed to the corrugated aluminum that's on the side. What I like about this is it's a little more resilient against dents and so on in the front of the unit. Still have the diamond plating on front, just like we did in years past. We have nice pass-through storage. This is consistent with what you've seen in years past, and it comes with a griddle. And this is your J-port platform that fits into a fitting on the side, which I'll show you in a little bit. Now, we'll go ahead and go around this way and end up back on the fun side, the patio side. Same jack here, so we have a lighted power tongue jack. This makes hooking and unhooking super easy. Your 7-way plug right here is going to be sending a charge line back to your batteries. Again, consistent with years past. Speaking of batteries, there's a battery tray right here for 2 Group 27 batteries if you wanted to expand. It comes standard with 1. You can put 2 in there if you want to. Opposite side of our pass-through storage, again, see all the way through. Now, one change in 2023 are these quick drop jacks. These are going to look different to you than what you've seen in the past. It's a different technology altogether. Now, you can always use a cordless drill for this process, but here's what you can do. Get it started like that, come up here and release this, and down the jack goes. Now we've got a good stable jack situation. When it comes time to deploy it, you really, I should say, return it back up, release that, go back up to the top, and crank it up. Now what's nice about this is you're not sitting out here cranking all day long working up a sweat. Again, you can still use a cordless drill, but that's a handy new feature, and they're also more stable once you get them down by virtue of the way they're designed. So far, I think the jury's still out. So far, I like them. Curious to know what you think. So again, we have a slide out on this unit that really opens up the interior floor plan of this. This is housing both a dinette and a sofa in this slide, which we'll see in a little bit. Black tank is labeled right here. Of course, right here's your outlet. I do a whole series of quick tip videos on dumping holding tanks and filling up your fresh water and so on. If you're new and you want to reference those, it's a good idea to visit that playlist on our YouTube channel. Same drill on the jacks back here on all 4 corners. Your cable TV satellite input, if you have satellite, or I should say cable, at your campground, and many do, you'll plug it in there, then you'll have cable on the patio side as well as the inside of the coach. It's a humid day here in North Texas, and we've got a lot of condensate dripping. You'll notice that there's a little spout on the end of the rain gutter, which is keeping the water from dripping and running down the side of the unit. It's the little things that matter. A lot of manufacturers don't put that, and the water ends up running right down the side and streaking it. Jayco does that, and I appreciate that. We have a hot and cold outdoor shower right here. Great place for it to be in the very back of the unit. So if you're at the campground, you want to rinse off after going to the beach, or your pets need a bath, or your kids need a bath, or your spouse needs a bath. It's great to have that. Your main city water connection, your main pressurized city water connection is back here. It does have a black tank flush, so last thing you're going to do before you break camp and dump the holding tanks is put a separate hose on there. Make sure your valves are open, and then just let that run and rinse out the inside of your black tank. There's a spray port here too. Now, kitchen assemblies in 2023 no longer, for the most part, no longer have sinks in them. But in lieu of that, you're getting a spray port. What a lot of people found, myself included, was the sinks that they put in these were pretty anemic and not really useful. Sometimes they were awkwardly placed. They just weren't that functional. I would rather just have a spray port where I can rinse out greasy pans or dishes and put it in a tub and go dump that somewhere rather than have a tiny little sink in here that's taking up space. Jayco's gone with that decision. Would love to hear what you think about that, because your vote's more important than mine. We do have a drink refrigerator here, a little counter space so you can put a coffee maker or a blender, and room to store some things underneath it here as well. Now this is new in 2023, are these new Lippert solid steps. These look a lot like the Moride steps in years past, except now these are standard. Used to be optional. Used to be that would be the kind of steps you would get as standard. Now these are standard. The reason those are up there is that's a secondary entrance. This is your main entrance on this floor plan going in and out of the living room. That's a secondary entrance in and out of the bedroom if you ever need it. But this is cool. These are standard right here. You have your 6-gallon water heater, gas and or electric right here. Your potable water fill, which is a gravity fill, right here. I only suggest putting a few gallons in for the trip. Otherwise, you're dragging around a lot of weight unnecessarily. But that's where you'll fill your freshwater tank. You do have a power outlet here and your cable and satellite connection here. So I can put a TV right here on this mount for tailgating and stuff, watch the football game underneath the awning outside. This is your furnace vent, your furnace assembly. And then of course, as you know by now, this is the fun side of the trailer. This is where the awning is. We have an LED light strip up there. So that awning is going to come out about 8 feet and cover all this area where you can be watching TV, cooking dinner, and so on. Let's go inside and have a look, but before we do, I want to quickly point out that if you want to mount your griddle back here, right here's where you'll do it. You'll put that arm right in here and your platform will be here, so you can be cooking right here, refrigerator, countertop. This actually becomes your outdoor kitchen area. You have a propane quick connect under here, so it's real easy to hook up your propane. Now you can use that for different grills and griddles too, but you're gonna get with this a capital grill which will mount right in there. So with that, let's go on the inside and look at this 263 RBS on the inside. Okay, now we're on the inside of this 263 RBS. One thing I want to point out right off the bat, normally you either have recliners or a sofa or a dinette in a rear bath couples camper, at least in the Jayco line. Now we've got both. They're both in line. They're both in this slide. That does a couple things. It gives you both pieces of furniture, so to speak, but by having them both in the slide, it creates a larger slide, and there's just a lot more room in here. I mean, if you look at this, this is a couples camper, so there's plenty of room for me to do-si-do in here with the cameraman, right? There's room to move around, so it really feels spacious because it is. We still have the rear bath in the back. The S in the model number means slide, and so there's a lot of room here. So again, there's multiple couples camper floor plans that are available from Jayco, and they'll end in RB or RL, rear living room or rear bath. This is an RB. Nice big bathroom. Anytime you see RB, chances are it's going to take up the whole back end of the coach, and so it's real spacious and a lot more counter space and a lot of times a bigger shower, and I'll show that to you in just a second. So just right off the bat, I just want to share a little bit about the floor plan that you're looking at. All that, having said all that, we're still under 30 feet long. So we have recliners right across from the TV, which you would provide in here. Got an HDMI cable ready to plug it in right here. Stereo that's Bluetooth, so you can stream your music and your content through this stereo, through the speakers in here, or the ones that are out on the patio. Smoked glass inserts on the cabinetry here, storage above, and some quite a bit of storage underneath, which could either be for, you know, electronics or extra pantry storage or what have you. Now, I always say, the older I get, the more important the TV viewing angle is, and the TV viewing angle on this is perfect. So we have recliners here with these little TV tray inserts that slide out of the way. So I'm right across from the TV, and these pop out real easy. If you don't want these in here, you can just toss them under the bed up front, or you can just let them ride in here. And there's a cup holder in it, so even though you put this in, you don't lose your cup holder. So that's nice. You can recline the seat by just pulling up on this tab, and they're wall huggers, so I can recline all the way back if you want to. So put this in and slide it out of the way. Moving up into the galley area and across from the dinette, per usual, this drops down into a bed. In the unlikely event that your cousin comes to visit, this will make a bed, and a pretty nice one. It's 73 inches, I believe, from here to here once the bed is deployed. Now we have a 12-volt refrigerator in here. This is an 8 cubic foot 12-volt fridge. It behaves just like a residential refrigerator. It's a compressor refrigerator. So I don't have batteries on this coach right now. We don't put batteries in until you take delivery. And yet the refrigerator is running, so the power is going through the converter, creating 12-volt power here. Now when you're going down the road, you're plugged up with your truck, you're sending a charge to the batteries, which are in turn providing power to this refrigerator. Long-winded way to say that you can take off driving and this refrigerator is going to keep running. And you can boondock with a 12-volt refrigerator too. You just need to be mindful of your battery charge. Pivoting around to our cooktop, we have a 3-burner cooktop. Simply fold this out of the way for your backsplash. This is easily removable for cleaning, and you have your backlit controls here along with an oven light in here. 4 drawers here with full extension drawer glides, ball bearing drawer glides. This is a signature of Jayco's cabinet building. All the drawer fronts and door fronts are going to be solid maple on every Jayco, every trim line. They're not going to be particle board with tape. And the cabinets are going to be glued and screwed together, not stapled. So even these styles are pocket screwed behind here and not stapled together. These things take a beating going down the road, right? It's hurricane force winds and earthquake level vibrations every time you take these out on the road. So it's really important how they're put together, which is all the more important to have a good solid warranty from a manufacturer. That's why I personally bought a Jayco myself with my own money before I ever was selling Jaycos. It's a 2-year warranty, 3-year structural, which is twice what everybody else in the industry is offering. So have an undermount sink here, tall matte black finish fixtures everywhere, and that's going to be true on all trim lines through the entire 2023 year model. So nice cabinets. I already showed that to you. I'm so proud of it. Show it to you again. Okay, well, I'm going to look at the bedroom quick, and then we'll go to the bathroom, which is kind of a highlight of this unit. This is a queen bed up here. Now this unit already has solar on board, so our solar charge controller is right there, which will give you an idea of, it's trying to charge batteries that aren't on board, but it's going to send a trickle charger to those batteries. So if you turn the truck off, go in and have lunch at a truck stop or whatever, that solar charger is going to continue to charge those batteries even though your truck's off. I do have storage underneath the bed here. There's gas struts on this. Again, plywood under here. It's not OSB or particle board like you will often see on other units. This is our little hose for the quick connect spray port that I showed in the back of the coach, and this is a key block mount which you can take, put a TV on and put it on the outside of the unit and watch TV outside should you choose to do that. Have a little bit of storage up here with a clothes rod, and I have shelves over on this side, and that's an open area up on top for storage as well. Now you can mount a TV up here if you want. This is the mounting location that's reinforced to put a TV mount. If you want to do that, I would suggest getting a TV mount that swings out so there's a better viewing angle in here rather than having it mounted up here. We can help you do that. Let's go to the other end and look at the bathroom. So again, RB, rear bath, bigger bath too. This is a ginormous shower, 30 by 30 I would say. So lots of room in here, and this is just a nice one-piece shower surround. Larger shower head in 2023 for what it's worth. There is a skylight up here. I'm 6 feet tall, so there's another 5, 6, 7 inches up here if you're a super tall person. But lots of counter space in here too. So even though we're in a 30-foot unit, I still got a lot of counter space up here. A little cubby to put things in here. I'm missing a medicine cabinet. Wish there would be a medicine cabinet. There's not a medicine cabinet. So I point out the good and the bad and the ugly. I wish there was a medicine cabinet. Could you put a medicine cabinet up there? I don't know why not. This is just a mirror. I've put medicine cabinets in RVs, and a lot of people do when they don't exist. Or you could put something down here to put the toothbrushes and things like that. Sink right here, and the all-important toilet paper holder right here. Now, this is a foot flush toilet. It's plastic, it's not porcelain. In the Jay Flight trim line, you're looking at plastic toilets. If you wanted to move up to a porcelain, you can do that. We can install one for you, but in this trim line, this is what you're looking at. So, rear bath unit at $263, not super heavy. So if you're looking kind of budget conscious, but I want a spacious couples camper, this might be the ticket for you. We've got lots of rear bath and rear living room units to look at. If you want to know the comparisons, we can either send you a link to all the Jayco line of products, and specifically ones that we have sitting on the lot, whenever you notify us. So if you care to take just a second and leave a comment below, I'd love to know what you think about this unit. And while you're down there, click like and subscribe. That way you'll be the first to know when we post another video a lot like this one. My name is Mike Drudge. I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you next time. Howdy everybody, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two from what I had to say. If you did and feel like it, then click subscribe below. And when I post a video, you'll be the first to know. See you next time.